Yes guys, Davey Speaks Football here, bit of a different video. I could not wait to do a video at home today. I had to get what's on my chest, get it off my chest is what I'm trying to say, before I forget what I'm gonna say when I get home. What a mad weekend, right? You've got Man United fans celebrating a loss. Crazy. Then you've got Arsenal fans being absolutely livid with a win. Before I move on to United, had a lot of comments on my last video, which is great, that's what we want, to get people commenting, whether it's good or bad. But I had a lot of comments on my last video calling me toxic, calling me negative. Had a lot of support also, people that understand what I'm saying. But before I move on to that, quickly touch base on Arsenal, because I know I've got a few Arsenal fan subscribers from the stuff I've done with Gooners Therapy and them guys. Guys, you went to Old Trafford, you're not usually great there. You got 3 points, you move on. I think you've got Leeds next. That'll be another 3 points. Just like that, 2 games in, 6 points. Lovely jubbly. Gives Gyökeres some time to settle. I know he didn't look great, but it gives him a bit of time to settle. Gives the team a bit of time to learn how to play with him. You're fine. You got 3 points at Old Trafford. Don't worry about the performance. Getting 3 points away from home, end of story. End of story. But moving on from Arsenal. I got a lot of fans telling me they saw improvements. What game did I watch? What game did I watch where I did not see improvements? Because that's what I said, right? I went on Football Terrace and I did my own video. And I basically said, I see the same shit. I see the absolute same shit. And the only improvements I saw was that we've spent 200 million on 2 embellishment players on the left and the right. They're number 10s, but let's look at them as left and right wingers, let's be honest, that run through the middle. That made us look better. That's not coaching. Yes, he's done well, Amorim, by identifying these guys and getting proven players. I'm not going to say that's all Amorim. It's also the system above him, the board members above him, directors of football, etc. I'll give him a thumbs up for that, but that was the only improvement I saw. Anyway, I'm going to put some of these on the screen just whilst I do another set, so you can read through some of these comments that I got on this last video. So as you see, some of them comments are out of this world, right? Crazy stuff, but that's YouTube. That's part of the game. So some of the improvements and some of the feedback that I got was that our pressure, we were pressuring a lot more. From the front, the whole team, we were on it. My response to that, did you see the lineup? Did you not see the lineup? We had 7 midfielders on. If you've got 7 midfielders on, of course you're going to be high pressure. Of course you're going to win the ball back. 7 midfielders on the pitch. Of course you're going to win the ball back quickly. Of course your pressure's going to be high. Just ridiculous. Like, yes, fine, the pressure's high, but that's the reason, guys. He put 7 midfielders on. Make a note, we didn't score a goal, guys. We didn't win the game. Remind yourselves, we didn't win the game. The next point, there was a lot of fight. We were hungry. We wanted to win the game, yeah? Well, it is game week 1. We did finish 15th. We did lose to Spurs in the final in our last competitive game. They need to be hungry. Of course they're hungry. Jesus, if they didn't put up a fight or run around against Arsenal, when are they going to? It's game week 1. I might be wrong, but for me, they're running around like that and pressuring hard like that because it's game week 1. I want to see that on game week 15, game week 16, game week 20. I want to see that intensity then. If I see it then I'll put my hands up and I'll say, guys, you were right. Amorim's got this team pressuring. He's got them running around. He's got them fighting for the cause. You guys are right. But as far as I'm concerned, it's game week 1. The pressure was good because we had 7 midfielders. There was a lot of fight because it's game week 1. There's my answer to that. Before I move on to the next positive, going to do some more ring muscle ups. And then I'll pop some more comments on the screen so you guys can have a little browse through and a read. Whew. Right. Oh, gassed. The next positive that I heard from you guys, or the comments or feedback that I got, was Cunha and Buemo. They were fantastic. It's a positive. Yes, it is a positive. When I'm assessing this, of course I'm taking that stuff into account. I'm taking the new players into account. But when I'm talking about it, I'm talking about Amorim as a coach. I'm talking about Amorim's system. I'm talking about Amorim's managing, his coaching. As far as I'm concerned, those 2 players we've bought for 200 million, whatever it adds up to, yeah, 120, 130. Amorim has not coached Cunha to pick up the ball in midfield and run through the whole of Arsenal's team. Amorim has not coached Cunha to take the ball like, did you see him against Rice? Took the ball like this on the turn and absolutely left Rice. That's not Amorim, that's Cunha. He's bought that. Great, Amorim's identified a fantastic player. I'll give him the thumbs up for that. As I said earlier in the video, he can't take all the credit for that. But that's Cunha. That's not coaching, that's Cunha. So I can't put that as an improvement for the coach. That's the point I'm making. Is it improved personnel? Have we signed well? That still remains to be seen. We didn't score any goals. We brought these players in to improve our goal scoring. We were at home and we scored 0 goals. Granted, it's against Arsenal. Granted, Arsenal have a fantastic defence. But you don't spend 200 odd million not to score 1 goal at home. I don't care who you're playing against. I don't care who you're playing against. So it's absolutely crazy stuff. The other positives that I got are players like Dorgu, Euro, and you know what? Fair play. I'm not going to clash back on that because then it looks like I am being toxic. Dorgu's fantastic. I said it in my last video. He's like a new Patrice Evra. And I wasn't sure about him, but now, I mean, he's delivering. He looks absolutely fantastic. Euro looks great too. He's improving a lot. So yes, I'll take that as a positive. And you know what? I'll give Amorim credit for that if you want, right? But overall, I've had to go and do this again and do this video again. All these improvements that you've seen, guys, I've answered why I think you've seen these improvements, right? The pressure, we had 7 midfielders. That's why we were pressuring a lot. We had 7 midfielders on. Of course, we're going to pressure. The fighting and the hunger to win the game, the hunger to win the ball back, it's game week 1. They had an absolutely appalling season last year. And we have new personnel that are hungry to show that they were worth the money. Those 2 combined, of course we looked hungry. Of course we looked like we wanted to win it, yeah? Cunha and Buemo, they were bought, not built. You've heard the saying built, not bought, yeah? Built, not bought means the coach has coached players. And listen, I hear you. Pep Guardiola buys players, Klopp buys players. They all do. The point is, the jury's out on this manager and his results. 28 games now, 7 wins. Performance, fine, can only take you so far. We need results and this manager needs to start showing results. I'm going to do another set. You guys have a look at some of the comments that I'll pop up here. I shall be back. Woo. Blimey. Oh my God. Sorry, I need a quick breather. They're tough. I think that's 6, 12, 18, 24. My aim was to get at least 30 in this video, so we're on the right track. Here's the reality of the situation. As I'm getting close to finishing 30 of those, I'm going to get close to finishing this video. Our set pieces are still a mess. I said this in my last video, I'm not going to go over it again, but something you can manage a coach by is the errors and red flags that we keep making. Is he fixing it? I had someone comment, it's not about him, it's the set piece coach. I don't even think we have a set piece coach from the research I've done. But even if we did, it's the manager's responsibility to make sure the set piece coach is fixing that. So I'm not even gonna go off of that. He hasn't fixed it. Forget the Fiorentina game, forget our record of being the second worst for 2 years running, because that's not all Amarim, right? Last year against Arsenal, we conceded 2 corners getting bullied. It happened again. And I'm gonna make this point again, I did it in my last video. Yes, we need a new goalkeeper. Yes, Bayindir was flappy. But you can't let an Arsenal player attack your weakness, such as this goalkeeper. You cannot. And we did. We had Mason Mount wrestling with Saliba. That's like fucking Brock Lesnar versus, oh, fuck knows, who is that little Dudley boy? Spike Dudley. I'll put a few pictures up here so you know what I'm talking about. It's like Brock Lesnar and Spike Dudley. Mount was getting bodied. Some say it was a foul, whatever. It don't matter, Arsenal been bullying us at corners from last year. The manager, whose responsibility is it to fix that? Please tell me. Just tell me, speak back to me now. Wish you could speak through this camera. Comment and tell me, whose responsibility is it to fix the set pieces? Yeah? Bruv, my goodness. If last year you conceded 2 getting bullied by Arsenal, surely this year, the number one thing you say on the whiteboard, don't get bullied at the set piece, don't concede from a set piece. So for me, that goes back to the manager. He has to sort that out. Moving on, we still didn't score. I said this earlier in the video. We still didn't score. Despite spending 200 million, I'm not going to talk about Sesko, he hardly played, which is another thing for me. Starting with 7 midfielders, you've just bought a striker. Yeah, he hasn't had pre-season. Put him on second half, straight away. What do you put him on for? 15 minutes, if that? Ridiculous. He also, I said this in my last video, he could have helped us with defending set pieces and our own set pieces with his height. Ridiculous, man. We still didn't score. We've improved personnel. They look better. We still didn't score. The problem still isn't solved. I've said this earlier in the video. I know I keep saying that, but I have to reiterate these points because people just comment on my thing and call me a mug, toxic and all this. I have to say it over and over again so you understand where I'm coming from. I want United to do well. I'm just explaining to you what I'm seeing, right? We still didn't score. We still haven't scored. We should be scoring at home, opening game of the season. We should. With the money we spent, 100%. And listen, you guys living off of performances, celebrating a 1-0 loss, but guess what? If we keep performing like that, we'll be okay. We sound like a relegation team. That's the sort of talk I hear on the radio from a relegation team. Like, don't worry, if you keep performing like that, guys, you'll stay up. That's what our fans sound like. It's fucking mental. What do you mean if we keep performing like that, we'll be okay? I'm negative. You guys are negative. Your standards are like down here. There's only so far the performances can take us, guys. He needs to start getting results. You know what I'm saying? He comes out after the game, before I finish here, he comes out after the game and says, we can beat anyone. This game shows, I'll try and pop this clip up here actually, I'm sure I can get it. Whilst I do a set of muscle ups, I'll pop this clip up here so you understand what I'm talking about. Let me do my last set.
I think we proved today that we can win any game in the Premier League, especially against a great team like Arsenal.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I think we proved today that we can win any game in the Premier League, especially against a great team like Arsenal.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I think we proved today that we can win any game in the Premier League, especially against a great...
God knows how long that clip's lasted. Hopefully it's played and I'm back in time, whatever. He's gone and said that with that performance, it shows we can beat anyone. We lost 1-0. This is showing signs of our managers losing it already. We lost 1-0. What performance you talking about? What is that showing the players? Hold on, guys. This is the dressing room. And don't deny it, yeah? Guys, do you see what the gaffer said after the game? That with performances like that, we can beat anyone. We lost 1-0. It's all right, isn't it, lads? We can lose, and the gaffer says that we can beat anyone. Like, make it fucking make sense. This geezer's already losing the plot, guys. He's already losing it. We can beat anyone, but we lost 1-0. Again, you'll notice if you follow me for a while, subscribe. When I'm losing it, I repeat myself over and over again. Anyway, guys, to finalize this video, we've got Fulham away next, then we've got Burnley at home, and then I think there's an international break. It has to be 6 points, yeah? I want the performances to be exactly what we saw against Arsenal. Pressure, fighting for the ball, Cunha and Mbeumo hopefully scoring a goal. And all the positives you guys saw, if I see it again against Fulham and we get a win, hands up, hands up. I still won't be convinced because let's be honest, have you guys seen Amorim string 4 games together where we've looked consistent and we've looked excellent? I don't even think he's got 4 wins on the trot. No way. How can he? 28 Premier League games, 7 wins. I'd be shocked if he's had 3 wins on the trot. I need to check it and pop it up here on the screen. Guys, absolutely unbelievable. We've got Fulham away, Burnley at home. If we don't get 6 points from that, mate, you have to start questioning it. You have to start thinking to myself, I know we got to be patient. I know we can't sack another manager, but you do have to start questioning, what's the plan, boss? What's the plan, gaffer? Anyway, I'm going to do my last set, guys. I think this takes me to 36 reps. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been a bit different to my usual one, but please like, subscribe, comment below. Even if it's negative, it still gives me traction, so thank you very much. Let me do my last set. Catch you on the next one.